Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the constant pursuit of perfection?
In our fast-paced world, this pursuit seems to be the norm. We constantly strive to be perfect in every aspect of our lives, whether it's in our careers, our personal relationships, or even our self-image. We're told that every day is an opportunity to prove our worth, and so we hustle, multitask, and push ourselves to the brink of exhaustion. This relentless drive can lead to anxiety, a crushing sense of inadequacy, and even burnout. We become so consumed by the idea of perfection that we often lose sight of what truly matters. We forget to live in the moment, to connect with others, to find joy in the journey. We are left yearning for something more, something deeper. But what if the key to a fulfilling life isn't perfection but presence? Imagine choosing to be fully engaged in the present moment rather than constantly striving for perfection. This is indeed the heart of Shauna Niequist, the author of the book Present Over Perfect. It's a principle that prioritizes authenticity and depth over superficial appearances. It's about being real, not just looking perfect on the outside. This concept also encourages us to foster genuine connections with others instead of comparing ourselves to them. It's about being present in our relationships, fully engaged and attentive, rather than consumed by a chase for perfection that leads us away from meaningful interactions. Shauna Neiquist also emphasizes the importance of meaningful experiences over constant busyness. It's not about cramming every moment of our lives with tasks and activities to prove our worth. It's about choosing depth over artifice, substance over surface-level achievements. She came to this realization after experiencing exhaustion, isolation, and the weight of comparison and competition. She found herself constantly hustling, striving for perfection in every aspect of her life. But this pursuit was draining her, affecting her well-being and relationships. She realized that she was missing out on the beauty of the present moment due to her relentless pursuit of perfection. The essence of present over perfect is about rejecting the myth of inherent worth depending on constant hustling and embracing the present moment. It's about understanding that our value does not lie in how much we can accomplish or how perfect we can appear to others. It's about choosing to be fully present, fully engaged in each moment, rather than constantly striving for an elusive perfection. In essence, being present over perfect is about living a more soulful and meaningful life. It's about embracing our imperfections, finding joy in the journey, and realizing that we are enough just as we are. It's about letting go of the pressure to be perfect and instead choosing to be present, to be fully engaged in each moment. This is the heart of Niequist's message, and it's a powerful one that we can all benefit from embracing in our own lives. Striving for perfection can quickly turn into an impossible quest. It's easy to fall into the trap of setting high standards for ourselves. We strive for structure, discipline, skillfulness, communication, and responsibility. These are all positive attributes, but when taken to extremes, they can lead to exhaustion, anxiety, and a sense of inadequacy. We begin to feel like we're never good enough, no matter how hard we work or how much we achieve. The pressure to meet these impossible standards can become overwhelming. We're constantly hustling, trying to prove our worth every single day. But in this relentless pursuit, we risk losing sight of what truly matters. Our health, happiness, and relationships can suffer. Perfection is an illusion. It's an unattainable ideal that we chase, often at the expense of our well-being. The pursuit of perfection can become a draining endeavor, impacting our well-being and relationships. Choosing to be present over perfect can have profound impacts on our lives. Imagine a world where you're not constantly chasing the elusive ghost of perfection. Instead, you're fully immersed in the beautiful, messy, and unpredictable moments that make up your life. Doesn't that sound liberating? The first benefit of embracing present over perfect is the gift of inner peace. When we let go of the unattainable goal of perfection, we replace stress and anxiety with tranquility. We stop being our harshest critic and start becoming our most compassionate advocate. Secondly, by being present, we foster better relationships. We learn to truly connect with others rather than compare ourselves to them. We listen, we empathize, and we share. We build bonds that are rooted in authenticity rather than superficiality. Next, we learn the art of self-acceptance. We acknowledge our imperfections as integral parts of our unique selves. We love ourselves unconditionally, not because we're perfect, but because we're human. So, how do we start living present over perfect? The first step is to prioritize presence. Be fully engaged in each moment, whether you're having a meal with your family, working on a project, or simply enjoying a quiet evening by yourself. Also, set realistic expectations. Understand that it's okay to have a less than perfect home, to make mistakes at work, or to be less than 100% every day. Perfection isn't a prerequisite for a fulfilling life. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate your achievements no matter how small, and learn from your mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Remember, you are enough just as you are. And finally, learn to say no. Recognize that your time and energy are precious and focus on what truly matters to you. Say no to unnecessary commitments and yes to self-care, relationships and experiences that enrich your life. Choosing to be present over perfect is about embracing imperfection, finding joy in the journey, and living a more soulful life. In a world that glorifies perfection, choosing to be present over perfect can be a radical shift. This bold choice means choosing to be fully engaged and mindful in the current moment, rather than striving for an elusive perfection. It's about shattering the illusion that every day is a chance to prove our worth, and acknowledging that our inherent value doesn't hinge on constant hustling. Instead, it champions authenticity over superficial appearances, genuine connections over comparisons, meaningful experiences over constant busyness, and depth over surface-level achievements. Embrace authenticity, invest your time and energy in meaningful connections, learn to decline commitments that don't align with your values, and seek a balance that works for you. Set boundaries, avoid multitasking, and remember, it's not about equal time, it's about intentional presence. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being present, and in the present you are enough.
Oh, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications,